Here, I'll pass it down. Use it back here. I can pass it down.
Is that the same key? The same key you gave us before? Is that the same key? This is on 2 pages. Okay, that's the one. But I have a second one. It's just a little piece. This one here is the same one as same one. That's only half of it. There's another half.
Lightning will take that. You both do.
No, actually, the guy is one. My daddy told him to bring his water. Oh, my dad. My mom told him there. Yeah. And I told him stop. I said stop. 5 seconds. And he went on.
I guess that's true.
Another half to drink.
Because I was playing it at home a little bit. And I had a strumming pattern for myself that I would have used. It beats the hell out of me if I remember what it is right now.
Okay, good. I don't know.
I'm looking at stuff. That means she's over 40. That means she's 1969. People are at Carrie. Is that for voice? Where did you get that?
Yeah. we have our premiere, our debut performance today. So. Okay, so we're going to do this first verse again, and I want everybody, you all know this song. 1, 2, 3. I have a little dreidel,
I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
Oh,
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play.
okay, please join me with Ma'oz Sur.
Yeshuati lechana el shavea tikon beit tefilati v'sham toda nizabea le'etachin matmea mitzor hamrabea
In English.
Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength
We come together tonight to celebrate not only Shabbat, but also Hanukkah. Hanukkah, which means dedication. As we recall the time, millennia ago, the Maccabees rededicated the temple, sanctified the altar, and brought our people back to the temple. But in every age, and almost every year, there comes a time when we need to renew our bond to one another, our bond to our people, our bond to our faith. And we need to dedicate ourselves, not to an altar, not to Beit HaMikdash, the temple in Jerusalem, but we need to rededicate ourselves to the promise of light, the promise of hope. Because really, what Hanukkah is about is at the darkest time of the year, we're going to kindle light. When despair sets in, when darkness sets in, when hopelessness starts to set in, when despair starts to set in, we say that as Jews, we don't agree with that. And we're going to kindle lights. And we're going to dedicate ourselves to the promise of tomorrow. As I've said many times, Shabbat is about envisioning the world not as it is, but as it could be. So the rest of the week we work to make that world a reality. On the Shabbat of Hanukkah and Shabbat, we do that for the entire year. We think about the promise of tomorrow, and we believe that there are better days ahead, and that we believe in that promise, and we dedicate ourselves to bringing that light into the world. So let's take a moment now before we enter into Shabbat and Hanukkah together to think about the promises we make to make tomorrow better.
Shabbat Shalom and Hag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.
My name is Allison Warzala, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Anshe Emeth Memorial Temple. Whether you are with us here in person or joining us on the live stream, I'm so glad you could be with us tonight. I'm going to ask you to indulge me for a minute in a moment of personal reflection. You may have heard on the news yesterday or today about an incident that occurred at Temple Israel in Albany, New York. I am from Albany, New York, if you don't know that. Temple Israel is a synagogue my mother belonged to for many years. She was married there. It's walking distance from my mom's house. Martin and I walked past it within the last few weeks with our grandson, Jason, right next door to the hospital, St. Peter's, where I have spent an inordinate amount of time the last year. So this incident really jarred me. You know, there's so much insanity going on in the world, and sometimes it feels like it's so far away, but this was literally around the corner. So as we join in welcoming Shabbat, I can tell you that I certainly personally need this moment to reset and to be able to just step back from all the things that are happening around us and welcome Shabbat into our midst. So now I would like to invite Stephen Ginsburg and Lori to join us in lighting the Shabbat candles and the Hanukkah candles. Shabbat Shalom.
So everyone please join with us as we say the Hanukkah blessings. As the Shabbat candles give light to all who hold them, so great may be by our lives to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own life, be among those who kindle light.
So before we continue with L'Chadodi on pages 20 and 21, I was musing over this a little earlier. Every year I debate with myself, which way do we put in the Hanukkah candles? Because pop quiz for all the kids, how do you put the candles in? Yeah. You light them left to right, but you add them
From the bottom to the top.
right to left, right? So from my vantage point, we added them right to left and we lit them left to right. But from your vantage point, we did it backwards. So do we have the menorah like this? Or like this? Or do I set the entire sanctuary on fire? So I settled with this right now because this is how we lit them, because Lori was on this side. And now I'm going to settle and move it like this because it's the light we show to the outside world. And that way I can't be wrong. The Shabbos candles too, you want me to switch those around? Those are the same. And now that we've lit our Hanukkah and our Shabbat candles, we welcome in our Sabbath bride with L'Chadodi on 20 and 21, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Shabbat
We rise neither body or spirit. Shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, toch emuneh, am segula. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
Can we sit down?
Amen.
Adivrach hirute be'amlich malchute v'chaye kon u'vyom echon u'v'chayir kol beit Yisrael bagala bagala u'bizman karim Amen. Yesh meraba mevorach le'olam olam me'amaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei de'kudesha prichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damira be'alma zimru. Amen.
We rise neither body or spirit for the Baruch Hu on page 28.
So sticky. Look at that.
Yai da 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 da
Yai da 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 da.
Yai da da da. Adonai, Amevorach, Baruch, Adonai, Amevorach, Amevorach, Le'olam Va'ed, Amevorach. mishpati otanu lemadeta otanu lemadeta Aken Adonai Eloheinu v'shofenu v'kumenu nasiach bechukecha ונשמח לדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם בלילה נגי יומם בלילה אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל. Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בעיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
we join together on the top of page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
The shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, V'Haneinu Shoreinu L'Chaim. לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת עשו את השבת לדורות ובריתו וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות ובריתותם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת
לדורות
Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to truth, words of your words. Open my heart to love.
Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Adonai Satai Tifam, V'yagid Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Adonai Satai Tifam, V'yagid Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Adonai Spatai Tifam, Uviyagin Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Adonai Spatai Tifam, Uviyagin Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevii Geula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia
Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechakel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umino melach, melech meimit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, vene'eman ata le'achayot hakol. Baruch ata Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch ata Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We continue now with Tefillat Halev, the personal and private prayer of the heart. You can either use what's written in your Siddur until page 63, or more importantly, the words inscribed upon your heart, after which you're invited to be seated.
Biroma, Kuya Ase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Ose Shalom Biroma, Kuya Ase Shalom Ose Shalom Bibroma Kuya Ase Shalom Ve'akol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Ose Shalom Bibroma Kuya Ase Shalom Aleinu Ve'akol Ve'akol yom yiteven. Ose Shalom Bibroma Kuya Ase Shalom Aleinu Ve'akol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen.
Nicely done, guys. I'm going to invite all the kids, not only from junior choir, but anybody who's here from the religious school who is underneath bar mitzvah age, or older if you'd like. Rob, you're shaking your head. No, I don't want to exclude you, Rob, or B, or Paxton even. You're more than welcome to sit on the aisle over here. But I want to invite all the kids over. So that includes you guys too. Stand on up. You're not going to sing, but you do have to stand up and come this over here.
I know.
Good. Close enough. Many years ago, while they're getting situated, we were just on the cusp. Well, hello, Gus. We're good there. We were right on the cusp of going to live stream, right? This was the days before live stream. And back then, junior choir was in the center. Rabbi's left turn was over here. And all the kids were behind us. And for L'Chadodim, we'd say, please rise. And everybody would turn and face the doors. This is like the first Shabbat live stream. And I'm standing here, and I notice a flash of movement from behind me. And everybody's facing the door, Boi Kala, Boi Kala. And I turn around, and all of junior choir is standing on their chairs dancing. And they see me turn around, and they freeze. And Aaron Warner waves at me. It starts to dance again. They all start dancing. And I go back and I look at the live stream. So for years they were apparently doing this, and we had no idea that they were doing this because we're all facing the door, right? Were they doing it when you were in junior choir? No? Oh, you missed out. So Cantor Odd and I were talking to each other, like, what do we tell Rabbi Miller that they're like, what do we? And we eventually said, no, let them dance. It's so good that they're comfortable on the bima to do that. Let them dance. I'm saying that because I saw you guys dancing today, and we weren't even looking away from you. We were looking right at you, and you guys were dancing, and it just you guys, and it made me so happy. It really did. So, yes, I am encouraging him, because not only do I like watching junior choir sing, but I love watching parents watch junior choir sing. That just brings joy to me, Yes, Gus, and dance. That was not the invitation at that moment. You can do that in a little bit. I needed that. I needed that joy tonight because Hanukkah is about putting a light into the world that's a little dark, right? And it teaches us that even when things seem difficult, when things seem complex, when things seem sorrowful, we still need to find joy in our lives. And you guys tonight have helped us find great joy, so thank you. There's a person I want to teach you about tonight. I want to talk to you about somebody who meant a lot to me, and unfortunately, he died right before Hanukkah started. His name was Rabbi David Ellenson. He was the president of Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion, where I was ordained, where Rabbi Lodenberg was ordained, where Rabbi Miller was ordained. He happened to be the rabbi who ordained me. He was there. He was the president of the college when I was a student there, and he ordained me, and then the following year he retired. He was a really smart guy. Some of you actually know him because he came to Anshe Emeth in 2013 as our Rifle Scholar in Residence. Yeah, you didn't know this. Yeah, it was just a hair younger, 2016, 2015. Yeah. Maybe you saw it in a dream. Yeah? So he came. There's a phrase up there that I'm reminded of right now. It says, Da lifnei mi'ata omed, which means know before whom you stand. I'm very aware of that right now. Typically, it's talking about God. Here it means something else. But I bring that up because a couple of you guys, I did your bar mitzvahs, right? And what did we do at the very end, right before you got to breathe? We went up to the ark, and I opened the ark, and we did a little blessing, right? And I said some words to you privately, and then I spoke to everybody, right? Well, when I was ordained, Rabbi Elton did the same thing for me before the ark at Temple Emmanuel in New York City, which is a little bit bigger than this one. It's only 3 stories tall. I'm not kidding about that. It's a huge ark. And I never really talked about what he said to me privately before he put his hands on my head and blessed me and called me a rabbi for the first time. There were 3 things that he said to me. The first was, it doesn't matter if I call you rabbi. What matters is if your congregation calls you rabbi. You have worked for 5 years, 6 in my case because I added on a year of education, but you've worked for 6 years now to become a rabbi. I've given you that title on paper. Now you need to actually earn it. And you don't walk into a synagogue and have them just call you rabbi, but you've got to show them what that means. You've got to earn that. You've got to be there with people. And you do that by assuming kindness, assuming good intent, and when you make decisions, try and do it in the fairest way possible by listening to everything you've been told. And then try and do what's just. You're going to mess up, but if you try and do what's just, you'll usually make the right decision. He said to me that many synagogues, and this is what made me laugh, many synagogues have on their bimas the phrase Da lifnei mi'ata omed, which is from the book of Berachot in the Talmud Bavli, which is supposed to remind you that you're standing before God when you're in this space. He said you should put that on your lectern, right? That's a lectern. And you should have it facing out this way, because you should always know before whom you stand and who you're accountable to and who you're responsible for. He was one of those people that taught me that the world is incredibly complicated. What do I mean by the world is incredibly complicated? Yeah? Ooh, you never know what's going to happen. What else? Life is unpredictable. What else? Yeah? There are lots of twists and turns in life. Yeah? Die anytime. Yeah, serenity. What's that? Serenity, let me hear you. Oh, something bad can happen, right? Sometimes the world isn't fair, right?
Yes.
It's random. Anything can happen, right? But despite that, is the world beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah? Are there things that make you smile? Yeah? Can you find joy? Yeah. So here's one of those people that taught me that Judaism teaches us that even though the world can be random and sometimes unfair, it can still be beautiful at the same time. And I want you kids to remember that. Because there are going to be lots of times in your life where things might not feel fair, or things might seem difficult, or things might seem hard, but that's not all of everything, right? There's still wonderful things in the world that bring us joy. It might be very dark outside. It might be very cold outside. It might seem like there are lots of unfair or bad things that are happening outside, but we still light the Hanukkah candles, and we still sing about joy, and we still sing about Judah Maccabee, and we still find things that make us happy. Right? That's what it means to be a Jew. That even in a world that seems dark, it's our job as Jews to bring light to that world. Right? What are the ways that you can bring light to this world? Yeah? To spread joy and happiness. What are other ways? Yeah? To pick up trash. Great. What are some other ways? Yeah? To try and stop wiggle worming? Global warming. Okay, that makes more sense. Wiggle warming. Try to stop global warming. Thank you. Yes? Care for everybody better. I love that. Yeah? Recycle. All these are great. Yes? What's that? Protect animals. I love it. Those are all great. Those are all great ways to make the world better when things seem dark. So when we light our Hanukkah candles, and we dedicate ourselves to the promise of tomorrow, I want you to know that it's more than just presents. It's more than just, in fact, in the level of importance, presents, not so high. What's really important is how do we bring joy to a world that seems dark? How do we bring light to a world that's dark? And what do we do to promise ourselves that next year we're going to be around to light the Hanukkah candles in a brighter world? When you do that, that's really the promise of what Hanukkah is. So, here's what I'm hoping all of you will do. At some point this week, when you're lighting your candles, I want you to think about what you can do to give back to others. Remember, Hanukkah is not just about taking the presents, but what I can give to others. And I want you to think about what you, each of you, can seriously do. Not just recycling, but what you can give to somebody in your life that really matters to bring joy to them and what they do. Yeah? Love. I can't think of a better answer than that. If you can give out love like that, what a beautiful, bright world this will be. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, junior choir, back up then.
A long time ago, in a land called Modin, lived a young man named Judah, brave and serene. When Antiochus the tyrant said the Jews could not be free, he did count on Judah, the one called Maccabee. restored. The brothers searched in vain for oil to light the lamps, but not enough remained, except for one small vial, enough to last one day. But instead it burned for 8. They proclaimed a holiday. In the window, shining so bright, I can see the Hanukkah lights, and it gives me such a warm, friendly glow. When I think of Judah Maccabee, so long ago. Tonight we light our lamps, sing our songs, and play our games. Remember that great miracle hidden in the flames. Tonight throughout the world we rejoice that we are free to carry out the mission of Judah Maccabee. In the window, shining so bright, I can see the Hanukkah lights, and it gives me such a warm, friendly glow. When I think of Judah Maccabee, so long ago. When I think of Judah Maccabee, so long ago.
Complete with dancing?
You know, I just moments ago encouraged the dancing, and I don't regret it one bit. But I want to remind all of you that in a few years, you and I are going to be standing in front of that ark as I bless you for your B'nai Mitzvah. And I get to share stories about your time here.
4 years.
And you guys are giving me such wonderful things to talk about. And your parents will explain why you want to remember that in the future later on. But we're here with a lot of joy in our hearts, but even as we're here with joy in our hearts, we also can't help but think of those in our community for whom life has become precarious because of health or hospitalization. O God of healing in our hearts, we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers together with the prayers of those who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you place within us all. And guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and their families. And may they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu hu yevarechet hacholim refuat hanefesh u'refuat haguf hashta'a b'gala v'zman kariv v'nomar Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless those in need of healing. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit as together we say, Amen.
Kor habracha leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebena imoteinu mekor habracha lamoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
We continue now on page 282 as we rise near the body or spirit for Elaine.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמענו, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We continue together on page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear, doubt, and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד
The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full, but as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. With hearts that ache and are saddened, we name those whom death has recently taken from us, those whose families are observing the Shloshim. We remember Alan Gordon, husband of Roberta of blessed memory, brother of Sharon, father of Mark and Ann, Leslie and Stephen, and Ira and Laura, grandfather of Jennifer and Mark, Sarah and Zachary, Danielle and Chad, Marissa and Alex, Ryan and Jared, and great-grandfather of Ryder and Layla. And we remember Linda Marcus, wife of Harvey of blessed memory, mother of Alyssa and Randy, Patrice and Ricky, Noel and Mindy, grandmother of Ashley and Eli, Sam and Christy, Matthew and Sage, Emily and Maya, Jonah and Milo. And we remember William Edward Foreman, husband of Phyllis of blessed memory and of Diane Foreman, father of Deborah and Bruce and Robin, Jeffrey and Andrew and Sharon, and stepfather of Fred Kamen and Jennifer Senick, Bruce and Jody and Marjorie, and grandfather and step-grandfather of Julian Senick Kamen. We also remember Rabbi David Ellenson, whose funeral will be this Sunday. And also, I have the sad duty to tell you that Corinne Gorlick, twin sister of Barbara Bruskin, passed away earlier today. And her funeral will be in Florida in the coming week, and when we have more information, I'll send it out to the congregation. And on this Shabbat, we also recall those dear ones who died at this season in years past and whose names we record with love in our service booklet this evening. Their names are forever bound to our hearts and are permanently inscribed throughout our building. And if you are joining us tonight online to say Kaddish for a loved one, I invite you to say their names aloud at home. And if you're here in person to say Kaddish for a loved one, please say their names as I look around the sanctuary. Zichronam livracha. May all their names and memories only be for a blessing. I invite all the mourners, if able, to rise for Kaddish Tom, Mourners Kaddish, on page 294. Yitkadal, v'yikadash, shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yerutei, v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayichon, v'yomechon, v'chaye dekol Beit Yisrael, Ba'galav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevrach v'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace bestow peace to all who mourn, and may we be a comfort for those who are bereaved, as we say, amen. Just a few announcements before we conclude our service with Osho Kandalikas. Busy weekend this weekend. We have our Hanukkah concert this Sunday at 4 o'clock, followed by dinner at 5:30. In between the concert and the dinner, we're doing our congregational Hanukkah lighting. We used to do it Friday nights, and we're doing it with the concert. So we encourage everybody to come and bring their Hanukkah. Bring them in, we'll light them up, we'll have a great time. We'll sing a lot of Hanukkah songs, and then we'll have a wonderful dinner by Team B'tei Avon. So come at 4 o'clock for the concert, which is by junior choir and the adult choir. Dinner at 5:30 with the Hanukkah menorah lightings in between. Also, starting December 22nd, from December 22nd to December 30th, we are hosting our men's shelter here. We are still looking for volunteers. If you're over the age of 18 and able to volunteer, we would really appreciate it if you volunteered so we can make sure that our guests have a warm place to stay, especially during the holiday season. So please, if you can volunteer, please volunteer. If you'd like to volunteer, you can either talk to me or Maurice Rosenstrauss, who can give you all the information for when we have availabilities. Lastly, December 20th, this is, I think was in the email today, it's going to be in the weekly on Monday. One of our tour guides who was going to be with us when we were going to go to Israel a couple of weeks ago, Uri Feinberg, who's this wonderful educator. He was going to be one of our tour guides. Clearly that didn't happen. He is heavily immersed in what's happening in Israel right now. We're going to have a town hall discussion on what's happening in Israel with an Israeli who is part of the thick of it. This is going to be December 20th at 11 a.m. because he is still in Israel. Doing it at a regular time of 8 p.m. would not be kind to him. So we're going to do it as a lunchtime town hall on Zoom. If you can't do it because, work, we're going to record it and send it out to the congregation. I know it's in 2 weeks, but Ori felt it was very important with everything going on for you to hear from somebody in Israel as to what's going on. So it's going to be December 20th at 11 a.m. Look for that Zoom link in your email on Monday. Lastly, a big thank you to our junior choir, our awesome Friday night band for the wonderful music tonight, and concluding services, we're going to meet in Lippman Hall for Kiddush and Motzi and the opportunity to meet one another. If you haven't met Limor Gutman yet, our new educator, she's right here. You can say hello and welcome her to Anshe Emeth at the Oneg. Cantor, bavakasha.
So I would like everybody, first of all, to rise. And if you would clap, that would really help all of us. So the pattern for clapping is Hanukkah lindas la'akim. Hanukkah lindas la'akim. Ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah lindas la'akim. Ocho candelas para mí.
Candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas,
Ocho candelas
para mí.
Muchas fiestas por fazer, con alegrías y placer. Muchas fiestas por fazer, con alegrías y placer.
Candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas,
Ocho candelas para mí. Los pastelicos por comer, con las métricas y la miel. Los pastelicos por comer, con las métricas y la miel. Candelicas, dos candelicas,
tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas. Candelicas, seis candelicas, seis candelicas, ocho candelicas, seis candelicas, seis candelicas,
Ocho candelas para mí.
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Orim Sameach.
Let's turn this up.